Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Deck here. If you ever did, you do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. But while you had to go ahead, push that bell for notifications so you can get to scoop my newest upcoming videos. Alright, so wow, I just finished Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver. I actually finished it this morning, and wow, another over a 2 hour long movie. This was it 2 hours and 40 minutes? Other than that, oh, 2 hours and 2 minutes, my mistake. I don't think I'm ever gonna watch another Rebel Moon movie because I heard that Zack Snyder says that he wants to release 6 of them. Yeah, 6 parts. There's already going to be a third one because of the ending, the cliffhanger of what happened. It's like, the story is long on and drags way too much. So in the last video, like the first one, I said that I believe I give it a 4 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. This was actually a little bit more worse than the first one. I'm telling you, Zack Snyder needs to stay away from sci-fi films. I mean, his best films he needs to stick to is like the DCEU, and also not to mention 300. We need a 300 part 3 movie like ASAP, because we have 10,000 Spartans in all of Greece that's ready to face Xerxes. That's his name, Xerxes. Alright, so they need to face Xerxes. I mean, the Spartans, and including all of Greece, they're going to war and stuff. They already have like full-on navy with them, and they have the men on the ground to fight Xerxes and the rest of his men and his army. Technically, Xerxes' navy is already dead. So now all they need to do is just find Xerxes, kill him, and that's about it. So I'm waiting for that movie. We need 300 part 3. I don't know when it's coming out, but Zack Snyder needs to pause on his Rebel Moon movies and get to work on it. I mean, even Watchmen was a spectacular movie. I'm just saying, those type of movies, I think that they're like in his forte and stuff, including Army of the Dead, which was a horror and an action film. He pulled that off and stuff. These are the type of movies that he's well known and best for to, I guess you could say, produce and to direct. Rebel Moon Part 2, let me give you the rundown of what's going on. So, Atticus Noble, I guess you could say the commander, he survived towards the ending of the movie. In the beginning of this movie, Part 2, basically, well, let's just say that Kora, her father, is like the emperor, I guess you could say. So he met her father, basically, I guess you could say it was like in a Genjutsu world or purgatory. I have no idea what bloody world it's called. But he met her father, and her father told Atticus, what I want you to do is find my daughter and kill her, basically. So he wants his daughter to die. Let me tell you why. Okay, so here's the thing. Her father basically took her on a mission, and they killed a king and queen, and including a princess. Kora was the one who killed the princess, but her father was the one who killed a king and queen prospects. Then her father thought it was a good idea to blame the assassination on his own daughter. Yeah, seriously. Kora is the enemy of the Empire, and she's basically an outlaw right now, you could say. All because her father betrayed her in a blink of an eye. Like, after she shot the princess, he's like, you know what? I didn't do anything to this mess. My men didn't do this mess. This was on you. And she had to fight her way out, and that's why she ended up disappearing and landed on to this, I guess you could say, Earth. Some planet, which is a farmer. So now that they already have 6 characters, 5 warriors or so, something like that. Now that they have them, it kind of looked like the bloody Mandalorian. When they said that, alright, we're going to train you guys, it looked like the Mandalorian Season 1 with the Mandalorian, and also the rogue drop trooper. that's like retired, but she left the Imperial. they're training the villagers. The same way how they're training the villagers in Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver. I'm like, this is like the Mandalorian or whatever. Zack Snyder's like cutting a little piece off of the Mandalorian and stuff. Because in the Mandalorian, they're actually trying to defeat a chicken walker and also some other rebel renaissance, whatever you want to call them. I don't believe that they're clones though at the moment. They did have an ATX walker though. That's what they had. But anyways, I'm getting off point. Other than that, so it was a setup. It was an ambush that they did. They had catacombs underneath the village. Catacombs are like little small bunkers. So whenever they attacked, they opened the lid and just shot a rocket or was just shooting up, I guess you could say, I don't know, plasma rifles, what they're bloody called. So as for Kora, there's this one scene that was utterly ridiculous and stupid. They're sitting around the table telling their stories. Yeah, the Imperial killed my warriors. The Imperial killed my family and friends. The Imperial killed so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. It was like the same story repeatedly. The girl with the lightsabers, or the swordsman, I believe her name was Donna. How she got her robotic arms? She cut them off herself. She didn't have corporal damage. Corporal damage, I believe that's where, it's where all the bones inside your hands are like shattered. If you guys watched or played the game The Last of Us Part 2, Yara had that same syndrome and she had to get her arm cut off. This woman, that was a swordsman, did not have any shrapnel or wounds in her arms. She literally just cut off her arms. Like, seriously, for robotic arms? Like, I did not understand that or get the context of it. Not to mention, there's a part where it was the same exact thing in The Witcher. Like, close to, yeah, season 1 in the last episode of The Witcher. Basically, Ciri, that's her name, the young girl, the princess. Guess what her grandmother did? Their castle, their place, it was under attack, it was on siege. She was wounded and stuff. She was near on death of dying. She killed herself by jumping out of a window, basically. The same thing happened to another queen or whatever. She did the exact same thing, except she wasn't wounded. Her whole castle, her whole village was under attack and stuff. Her son was right behind her, and she was the queen. She did the exact same thing and The Witcher did. She was not injured. She was not hurt at all. She just jumped off the balcony and killed herself. I'm like, seriously? What the hell? So, Zack Snyder implemented a little scene from The Mandalorian and also from The Witcher. Okay, I'm a little lost and stuff what I was seeing with my own eyes. And this budget was 166 million. Wow. I was like, okay. And this was even more utterly ridiculous and terrible, like seriously on so many other levels. I can't even fathom in words. So the robots that was supposed to help the Imperials, but he turned and helped the villagers. He's pretty OP and stuff. No lasers can damage him. He's like indestructible, so he was able to take out a lot of the troopers and a heavy machinery tank. That's all. That's the name. Apologies, I could give it. I don't know what to call the heavy machinery tank, but still it applies to all the same. And so some of the Imperials, they invaded the catacombs where the villagers were shooting out the holes. They intentionally planned the villagers. If they get overrun, they just blow it up. They have a grenade on them. They just push the button, boosh, blows everyone up, basically. Everyone in the ground. And so, Kora and her lover, what they do is Gunnar, she has a ship that she actually crashed upon on this planet where she wanted to stay at and live a normal life. They go on the ship. They pose as 2 guards. So they infiltrate the ship. She messes up the engine basically, and then she utterly ends up having to fight Atticus. Her lover gets shot in the chest. They end up killing him. He ends up stabbing him through the chest with some kind of lightsaber. I seriously have no idea what these swords are. But yeah, he got stabbed in the chest, and then she took the sword away from Gunnar and cut off Atticus's head. Yeah, that's how he died. And then they just had to get off the ship. When they got off the ship, I guess you could say when they landed back on the ground, Gunnar died. So the last part was basically the remaining survivors. The Imperial ship was already damaged and broken. It was about to fall and blow up. There were fighters. Fighters that were coming out of the ship that was blown up. They got taken out by the Resistance. Yeah, one of the Resistance, I guess his fellow mates, finally came and appeared out of nowhere and destroyed those fighter ships. And basically, the woman with the two double swords, the swordsman woman, she died. She got her robotic arm cut off. When she got her robotic arm cut off, a little kid had to save her life. A little kid. He got a little pocket knife. He stabbed the soldier right in the leg, and then she was able to go for the kill, but she ended up dying. Yeah. So they had a little funeral at the ending, and Titus actually said this. Basically, Kora said, I have something to tell you guys. I was basically wanted for executing the king and queen, including the princess. Titus already knew about this all along. He said, yeah, I already knew about this. And she said, what? How would you know? He said, I already knew your name. Your real name. Titus knows a lot of things. He knows like everyone in the whole solar system basically, and knows every single thing about them. So he told her that there's nothing to feel ashamed about because the princess he shot, she's still alive. And Kora was shocked. She was like, how is she still alive? And he said, you didn't think that she was that easy to kill, did you? So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel. So, yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.